Hey guys, I wanted to tell you about my sponsor NobleGold and what they are offering for the month of February. Did you know that NobleGold clients have seen a 14% uptick in their silver profits? That's giant, my friends, and you can get in on the action as well by calling this number right here. You want them to take care of your retirement, to look into your IRA or 401k plans? They do that too. They'll take care of you, and I trust them, and you should too. So again, my friends, call this number right here so that you are taken care of today. Thanks, guys, and enjoy the podcast. Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. And for this episode, we have a very special guest with us today, Bob Kudla. He is with Trade Genius. He is the founder and president of this company. And if you want to learn stocks, if you want to make money, this guy can walk you through it. I'm learning a lot about this right now in real time, and it's so interesting to me. And I wanted to get him on to help you guys out as well. So, Bob, it's really good to have you here, and can you fill us in on what this company is all about and how you can help others who are really interested in making some money out there?
Yeah, hey Thomas, hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, so Trade Genius, what we do simply is that we demystify and we simplify stock trading. So what we've done, I've been trading since 1991, and we built a set of algorithms. They're really tools that look at buying pressure and selling pressure. And what that tells us, it literally will tell on the screen, buy and sell. And that's really what's involved with the stock market. You want to buy stuff that other traders are getting into, and you want to hop off before it gets too greedy or people coming in to sell it back again. And so what we've done is we've created a series of trading rooms around stock market and cryptocurrencies. We're open 24/7. And then we also have not only teaching people how to trade, but we actually throw trades their way too. So we help people make the trades. We have a lot of new traders in there. So we teach them, best practices, how to size your trade and what you should trade, what things you should stay away from, how you should take profit, how you should manage losses, all the things that, you need to learn to be successful trading over time. And we did quite well. And what I did was I also sent you some testimonials, some charts of some of the trades that we just took, literally just took today and Friday, just to show you, how we're helping people make money in this crazy coronavirus, stock market upheaval. Because no matter what the market does, Thomas, you can make money in it. So last week we saw that, with the cruise lines are struggling, we told people how they could make money with the cruise lines losing money, and people made 340% on one of our trades. And then we turned right around and said, look, the Fed's going to likely start to ease their monetary policy. You need to start getting into gold and silver and some of the other precious metals. We jumped on that on Friday, and today they went ahead and lowered interest rates. And so we took profit off those trades today. And now we're setting ourselves up again to the now what. So that's what we do in a nutshell. And like I said, we've been doing this since 2015, and I've been trading since 1991. So I have quite a bit of experience in the stock market.
That's amazing. And so you saw that the Fed was going to cut rates. You saw this previous. That's incredible that you guys are able to almost predict the future and help people out. That's incredible, especially right now with the up and down movement of the market because of this virus. So can you fill us more in on these algorithms and how it simplifies everything and it just gives you a go-to? It kind of does the legwork for you?
Yeah, Thomas. So a lot of people really complicate trading. And really all trading is like, and I always give an example, like for real estate. So most people have bought and sold a home before. It's like if you go ahead and you put your house on sale and you had 50 people come to the open house, you've likely underpriced your house,
Mhm.
and you're going to get buying pressure. You're going to get a bidding war for your home.
Right.
And consequently, if you go ahead and you put your house on the market and nobody shows up, you probably overpriced your home and price it. You're going to have to start walking your price down. Well, the stock market works the same way. So you look at the enthusiasm, and that could be measured in volume and trades and things like that. You look for the enthusiasm at certain price levels for a stock, and that could be mathematically interpreted. And then we take it one step further and create basically an indicator on a screen that basically says buy or it says sell. So we help people understand, hey, this is a good return, for your risk that you're taking on the trade. And hey, by the way, you get a nice run on this trade, you're getting a sell signal, you probably should hop off. So that's how it works in a nutshell. So many people way overcomplicate how to trade, and we boiled it down. We did all the learning, all the life lessons, all the losing money for you over many, many years, and we distilled it down to what works. So that's how it works, and you can see it coming. And some of it also too, Thomas, is, you said I predict the future. It's actually some of it is just common sense.
Okay.
And we also know, the Federal Reserve wants to maintain power and be relevant. And so we know they're not going to simply stand aside and let the stock market or the economy crash, because then people are going to say, well, what do we need them for? So we know they're going to protect the bank's interests, and the banks are protecting, their loans out to companies. So we knew the Fed was going to act. It was just a matter of when, and you can see it coming for weeks. And so we were just positioned for it. So that's really it. Common sense, seeing the buying pressure, seeing the selling pressure. And, the reason why people don't do well is they don't believe what they see sometimes, or they see things that aren't there. And so that's why we created the indicator, to protect everybody from themselves, and to let math do the work for you. And it really, truly works.
That's so, I love the simplifying of it all, because we all live such busy lives, and if we want to make money, we can do it right now. We can just say, all right, we'll leave it up to the algorithm to give us the best option to go after, and then you're making money. With Trade Genius, how do we get in touch with you so that we can all link up together and move forward?
Yeah, so you can go to tradelikeagenius.com. We put together some specials for your listeners, Thomas, since this is the first time we really had a chance to chat. And we put bundles together. We pre-discounted them up to 65% off. But you have to take advantage of them by Saturday. And so the return on investment for what we charge for the service, is going to pay for itself in the first couple trades that you do with us. So go to tradelikeagenius.com or tradegeniusacademy.com. You can call us, you can chat with us, you can email us, and you can actually even put your order in online too. So we can help you in all those ways. And like I said, we pre-discounted bundles for your listeners if you like to trade the stock market or cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Have you seen, since you've been trading since 1991, have you seen a market as up and down as recent with this president in office?
Well, this is the fourth, what I would call chaotic, trading environment that I've seen since I've been an active trader. Mm-hmm. So, we had the tech crash in 2000. That was a little bit different, except for there was a lot of zombie companies back then too, that just basically lost 95% of their value over a couple months. And then we had the great financial crisis, which you're probably more familiar with, which was 2008. Mm-hmm. And that was pushed on because of real estate. This one, we're calling it the everything bubble. They drove interest rates down very low. Central banks are actively now buying stocks in the stock market. The Swiss and the Japanese central banks actually own U.S. stocks. And so they've gotten more engaged in the environment. And so they also use these things called derivatives. Basically, it's betting, okay? And it's like musical chairs betting. So they just keep passing the risk off. But what happens is, like in 2011, when we had the flash crash, is that all of a sudden there's one less seat, and the market did these big downdrafts.
What was the flash crash? What was that?
And when the market dropped like 22% in 2 minutes. So basically it went no bid, meaning that there was no buyers there because it was just computers trading against each other.
Mhm.
And one of them decided to no longer play. And so they had to all get engaged. Well, we had a little bit of that last week too. We lost 15% in 1 week, which is the fastest the market has fallen in that short a period of time ever. And so that's why the central banks had to intervene in this, because fear, begets more fear. And
Mhm.
some of it's because of the coronavirus. And the coronavirus, this is the most hyped disease that we've had since Ebola. So everybody's pounding on it hard, and it's becoming political now too, because the folks on the left are seeing that, hey, we may be able to damage this president by
Yes,
making this
correct.
by making this thing more and more than it is. And really all it is a nasty flu that's probably going to go away, in large part by the end of April. And so, common sense once again, the flu doesn't like heat, it doesn't like humidity, it doesn't like sunshine. And so although it's bad, it's nasty, there's still 20 times more people have died from the flu in this period of time than have died from the coronavirus. They're just whipping it up. And part of it is China just went way overboard in terms of how they acted for it. So it scared the world. So everybody just pulled back. And so now you're going to see probably cooler heads engage. Central banks drop 50 basis points. If you own a home, I called my broker today and said, hey, get me on the refi list, because these are unprecedented mortgage rates right now that people are going to be able to refi. And it's going to go down even more, Thomas. So we'll see even lower rates. We'll probably get the 10-year closer to zero by the time this is done. And then we'll have a pop in the market. And then as soon as the election's over, we're likely to go into a recession, because that's what typically happens after a second-term president gets reelected or a new president comes in. They want to clean the slate. So that's kind of what's going to happen here. They're going to throw so much money at this, Thomas, and that's why we love gold miners, silver miners, platinum, palladium, because they're not going to let it fall. But all the tech companies are already overbought, and you don't want to have anything to do with anything that's trade related, or you don't want to have anything to do with cruise ships and hotels and restaurants, because they're going to show really bad earnings for the next couple quarters. So keep it simple. Just buy the things that are going to go up, and that's what's going to go up. And you're going to make money and do fine. And in the past, like in 2011, when we had this spike with gold and silver, you can make 200 to 800% on your money here in about 18 months. So that's where we're focusing our efforts, where we can make big money fast just by following the trend.
That's amazing. So, and again, guys, I'm not a stock and a bondsman or anything like that. I'm learning right now in real time, and this is very intriguing to me. I'm definitely going to jump on this. And so, again, with somebody who doesn't know much about this, you can guide them, right? You'll be able to, like, with a phone call, guide them. You'll be able to direct them to the right stocks to go after, so that they can make that money in real time, right?
Yeah. So what we do is, it's their money, so we don't take anybody's money. So just want to be clear with that.
Mm-hmm.
We consider ourselves educators, so we'll put out the trades that we're looking at, and literally we'll just put out we have a chat app. We'll just say, hey, we're buying GDXJ for $39.19, and then a couple hours later, I said, hey, we're going to take profit off this at $40.95, and in 2 hours we made people 4.5%. Now that's not normal, Thomas. Okay, but that was today. So, but what we do is we'll manage that trade along, and people can follow along with that. When the stock market's open, I'm in the trading room. So you have real traders trading in the room at the same time. So it's not like we go ahead and sell a service and then you're on your own. We're in those rooms 24/7. How it works for people is that with Trade Genius, so we're very careful. So we're looking for like the best opportunities. We like to grind our way for profits. So we make money on 2 out of every 3 trades. And for people, trading is not an absolute business. It's a probability business. So you want to win more than you lose. And then when you win, you want to make more money than when you lose and lose money. And so 65% gain is it's really considered elite, in terms of the performance. And then what we do too is, we don't swing for the fences. We're singles and doubles hitters.
Okay,
So
nice.
we're happy to be in a trade for 2 to 3 days, and if we can make 3% on a trade, we're in, we're out, we're done. And then so we average a little north of 1% gain per trade net of any losses, and we're in the trade twice a week. So we're looking at about, you annualize out about 100% a year in terms of the gains. And then how much you make will determine how aggressive you are and how much cash you keep and things of that nature. So what we do is we provide a really solid platform. The algorithm is looking for high probability trades, and the trades that we throw out there are the same. And like today was an example where, we caught a trade that just took off, and, we made 4.5% in an hour. And I said in the room, I said, hey, before we give any of this back, this is a big move. Let's take profit. And I sent you the kind of the comments from that trade over to you. What people said is like they appreciated the fact that we didn't go for 10%, end up with nothing. And then occasionally I'll put these trades out called options, which are like more leveraged. And like we did with the, you can't really, it's hard to short the stock market, but you could buy what's called stock option puts. And so that's how we'll look at opportunities to go after something that might be overvalued, like the cruise line. So what we did was we knew Princess Cruises was going to be in trouble, and the price was just hanging there and hanging there and hanging there. I said, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a put option out there. And I shared it with the group. And then a week later, everything just kind of fell off, off the cliff here with the market. And those guys happened to pocket 330% gains. Now, that sounds great, but we take less risk. We put less money in the trade because, you always want to size it right and be smart about how you do it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We teach people how to do all that. We tell a lot of questions I get when people start is, well, how much should I put in a trade? How long should I stay in the trade? How should I manage the trade?
Normal question. Sure.
Teach people all that stuff, because a mistake most people make when they learn to trade is that, especially if I give people 3 or 4 trades in a row that work, people then will size up the next trade, and that'll be the trade we lose money on, and then all of a sudden like, oh, whoa, this doesn't work. No, you're just consistent each and every time. You put your trade in and you manage your trade. And if you win, that's great. If you lose, that's great. You move on to the next trade. As long as the system works, over time, you're going to do quite well. And it does work. We've been doing this for a long time, same system. And so we're comfortable with it, and that's how we do it. And then people are free to trade what they want. So these are just suggestions from us. We also give the indicator that they can have access to via a company called TradingView. It's a software that's kind of on the internet. Our indicators are available there. So if you trade with us, you get to load the indicators, and we have people trading their own things. This is a long game. And it's really rewarding. If you can do well trading, it gives you freedom, independence, confidence, control, and especially folks that are looking to, I would say 70% of my clients have a full-time job. They're
right,
retired or independent. And so, so we have mobile apps for everything too, Thomas. So people can literally get a signal from us, notification on their phone. They can go into their mobile app for their trading, put the trade on, and go back to work. And so we make it as easy as possible for people to work with our stuff. And the software, the TradingView software, actually has mobile apps too, so people can look at their charts too. So, and the other thing about it too is that we actually have alerts too. So if there's something you follow and it's on our indicator, you can set an alert on our indicator, and you can do it that way as well. So it's a pretty good system. And we have crypto guys, and that room's running 24/7 because crypto never sleeps.
Right.
So for people that like crypto, we do really well. My partner was a miner of Bitcoin since 2011. So there's nobody that knows the business better from the inside out.
Yeah.
And he's the same way. So he's not one of those Lambo guys, Thomas. We're pretty normal people.
Right.
And extremely paranoid about losing money. So we're just really careful about, the trades that we share and the trades that we teach people. And then if we see people trying to make trades that aren't good, we'll tell them that too. So just stay away from that one.
I love the in real time help. The accessibility is amazing with the app, the alerts, everything like that. The being able to talk to you in real time, and then you could put up like a webinar to be like, well, we've had a ton of questions about this. Here, this is how we can help you. You're not going to get that anywhere else. I mean, we all call for customer, service, and it's garbage. But this seems so inviting. And for people who don't, who maybe not trust the stock market because they don't know, let's say, really what's going on, this seems super inviting and super comforting to where you feel like, hey, you know what? I'm going to put my trust into these people's hands. I want to make some money. I want to retire early. I'm in my mid-30s. This sounds great to me, and I'm going to do this.
And what we charge for the service pales in comparison to what you get out of it.
Sure.
Take advantage of the specials. We're having them run till Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you go back to, I was laughing. I was talking to my partner today. We have a piece of software that we use internally, and we can't get anybody on the phone. And we're just pulling our hair out.
Right.
Like, ridiculous. And I just laughed. I said, this is why we don't do that ourselves. Because
so smart. Yeah.
We hate it. And, I want the instant feedback. If somebody doesn't like something, I want to know. Let's see if I can fix it, and vice versa. You have a question, hey, I don't know how to load your app up. Boom. I have a sales guy, support guy that's working the regular trading hours. We'll hook you up. We'll get you fixed. And like I said, real people, I'm a high touch guy. So I want to use high tech for run the business and high touch to manage our relationships. And people appreciate that. And you don't have to charge an arm and a leg to do that either. We're pretty reasonable in what we charge.
Well, it sounds incredible. It sounds like you love what you do. It sounds like you like the just being involved in it all the time. And like you said, you're always in the rooms. You're always watching the stocks. You're watching the market. It seems like you love what you do. You're there to help people, and you want to see people make money, and you want to lift up your business even higher. With over 1,000 clients, which is great. That's amazing to hear. And Bob, I really appreciate you coming on, letting us know what we need to look for. We need to get in contact with you, Trade Genius. I will post the link in the description box below. I'm going to do this myself, guys. So, Bob, thank you so much for doing this for me. The pleasure's all mine. I learned so much today.
Oh, well, thank you, Thomas. And have me back on when something's popping in the market. I'll be happy to talk about it.
Absolutely. We'll definitely do that. Guys, if you found this podcast informative and you enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. And don't forget to leave a like, my friends. You can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have a P.O. Box and True Reporting merch. I will talk to you guys very soon. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.